gonna just EQ our little generative house patch. And that's all we're gonna do in this video. Focus on that. Because that's a task in and of itself. But it's pretty easy to think about in general. First I gotta reset this clock. See, I've got that clock on there, and then this other clock is going to reset the stair stepper here to the right notes that are on with the chords. Because for some reason it just doesn't, it doesn't reset quite correctly in the same way as the chord module. There we go. That should be good. And now I'm in sync with the chords and my quad quantizer over here. Behind my ear, you can't really see it, but yeah, quad quantizer repels it. And so we're gonna go ahead and start out with our bass. Let's start out with a low cut. Actually, no clue what I'm doing here. Okay, here we go. Start out with the bass drum. We do this in a methodical order, obviously. Definitely needs a low cut, but it needs more than that because it's just boom. It's oomph, oomph, too much. Not all by itself, but in the mix, it needs some power taken out of that really low end that you don't really hear as much anyway. Okay. It's still way too far up there. You'll hear if you hear some clicking and clip, it's digital clipping, because if you notice on the out, the gain out from the EQ module here, I'm clipping good here. And that's because of everything above that purple line mainly. And I need to do something about that. But I don't want to take the sound of the bass drum out of it. I want to keep that sound in, so I'm going to boost the mids a little bit, low mids and upper mids with this green and blue markers here. Just create a nice smoothness there, and then we'll have to take the gain down, because look at that. Oh my gosh. So we boost the mids a little bit and then take the gain down. We're going to have to take it down lower than that. And okay. So now you can turn it up there. It's the gain out that we're worried about, because that was clipping, not the channel fader itself, or the channel. In the channel, it was okay. Okay. So now on to solo, the second track, which is this cymbal here. Also by the trummer. All 4 drum sounds are by the trummer modules by Volt. They're these weird analog modeling, just like percussion modeling modules. And each have 2 sounds each. So that's 4 sounds total. This is the crash. I want a little bit I want it to be a little more splashy up there at the high end. So I'm not going to high cut it. And we're going to have this be the one of the things that takes up our high end. I want to add a little bit of a harmonic somewhere that you can notice. This is the tom sort of thing that kind of like complements the bass drum. So I'll solo both of them together and start out with the low. See, I could boost these lows because it seems a little high frequency. Yeah. I don't want to take it out too much. Yeah. That sounds nice. Maybe it's a little loud, so it's all right. Okay, onward. Yeah, I think that's all right. The closed hi-hat. Now I just have this kind of like as a little ticky thing for your subconscious. Keep that beat going. Doesn't need to be so hearty. Make it a higher frequency sort of thing, but it's got a few harmonics here I could choose. There. Let's pinpoint some. Doom, 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 doom. Close. I want it to be a little bit higher. Okay. Glitching out. Glitching out a little bit here. Much better. Okay. Now we're onto the bass drum, which is actually the basalt. This is also all the volt modules. The basalt oscillator paired with the slap envelope and the lateralis filter, all by Volt. A real favorite combo of mine to make a nice, neat synth. And the chords are the Model D. Why is this not affecting the sound at all? wrong channel, idiot. Of course it's not going to affect it. I was affecting the chords. Okay, so, well, not affecting them much because I'm just wrapping them up in a little blanket of harmonics they weren't even using. Which is what you want to do. You want to, we'll go back and do that for the other tracks too a little bit. Trim them up. But in the meantime, yeah, we'll add some upper harmonics here to the chords. Yeah. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll dip this down a little bit because it's got enough of that in that frequency. It's got a lot of warmth and bulk in the warmth department. Now we're onto the bass, and so let's just take this down a little bit. Okay. And the low cut, and then we'll go ahead and, yeah, like we were doing there, pinch it off a little bit. Does it really need that though? Let's see. Maybe not. Let's bring it up here since we won't be able to bring that down much further. It's the same thing with the bass drum. It's very low heavy. We don't want it to overpower and start digitally clipping here. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, see, fill out the sound a little bit there by giving it some boosting the low mids and upper mids. Yeah, well, that's great, but that's gonna mud it up way over there. Okay, so just yeah, we'll stay calm here. Maybe calm it down a little bit. Yeah. All right. Now we can bring it down. There we go. Okay. Don't take out too much of the sound now. All right. Okay, so this is the first tom here. I mean, the first little mallet metallic kettle drum sort of thing. I don't know what it is. I invented it with a Platts. I love me some Platts. But it's, with the rings module sort of deal. The rings within the Platts. Physical modeling is the best. You can just tweak it to exactly how you want the thing. Choose your exciter and material, and resonance, dampening, and stuff like that. So we're just going to low and high cut that. I don't know if we need to do anything else. It's perfect. Yeah, we'll just kind of like emphasize a tad bit. I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference, but we'll emphasize that one on the high mids, and then track 7 on the low mids. Just they're a little bit different areas. They won't be, but maybe you'd be able to tell them apart a little bit. So subconsciously. Okay? We don't want it to be consciously. That would be too much. But we gotta trim some of this. I think, yeah, track 2 needs to be it needs to take up the space that it needs to take up. Yeah, see, that's all we need to do. It just needs to be in that range, and that's it. Okay, and same here. Since it's not even in that range, we'll just make sure that there's no artifacts gonna show up from that track ever and muddy up our track or make it click or something like that. It's always the just in case, those low and high cuts. And you'll thank yourself. You'll thank yourself in the end. And EQing mostly, it's just going to be low and high cuts, for everything. Just a little bit, just to, in the real analog world. And when you have an analog mixer, just to be safe with everything. You always want to be safe and not blast people's ears at some point. And so that's just what you do. And then you go from there. If you want a little bit of a better shaping to your sound, you want something to be emphasized, you emphasize it. But then you make sure you're not clipping on the way out or on the way into your channel mixer and then into your mixer channels. And I think we got it. I think that's perfect. My little spectral analyzer there to show different tracks, but that's actually that's pretty EQ. So yeah, that's just for fun. Just like my little my little purple aubergine up there is my NFT from, I believe it's from the Swinging Gardens. It's a Cardano NFT. Collection. I love that, and the Kamazutra ones. It's real funny. Don't take this stuff seriously, folks. It's just for fun. And so yeah, that's the Mindmeld mixer and EQMaster, Mixmaster and EQMaster. And the aux expander over here, and that's just for sending your effects or sending your channels to effects, like the delay and reverb that I've got here going on. And that's it. It's just delay and reverb. That's what I usually do: the delay by AAS and the reverb by Valley, the plateau. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. We're just kind of like we're jamming out with just mutes and solos here a little bit. I want to make a simpler one. This Machba modular Model D is great, but it has a few limitations here with this, and so does the Progress. The gate out doesn't really give you a good envelope, and the Model D, the Model V has a good envelope, but you can't go out from it to show it on a spectral analyzer. And I'm like, well, dang. But that's okay. That's not a big deal. I do like these drummer modules for drums, although I have some really good drum modules that emulate the 808 and 909 and stuff like that too. I just really like Volt. We'll do more with that. We'll probably keep our rack smaller and more efficient. Speaking of which, I have this LFO over here, and I don't need it because I've got a tri LFO, and I'm only using one LFO from over here. What the heck? This is for visuals anyway. After Effects. I always like to make my modules into like an exact rectangle, just nice and neat. But then I ended up just like, oh well, I need the VCV rack recording module to put that all by itself down here at the bottom row. mostly generative, but except for the drums, the drum sequence is just a 16-step drum sequence. Blah, blah, blah. It's just a loop. But yeah, actually, I'll go back to using that mutable module that's like the grids. And that's a little bit more generative for the drums, and then so every part of this will be generative, except the chords, of course. Keep the chords static mostly. That's a good thing. Keep your feet on the ground somehow. Strike that balance between sound and generative sound and actual music. All right. See you soon, everybody. Take it easy.